Hey trainers, Alakaham here to bring you some more Pokemon video magic. And I am feeling a bit better than I have been in the last few weeks and in the last few videos, so I'm feeling good about doing some face cam again and trying to make a connection with y'all here in the YouTube community. I wanted to give a big shout out to two of my friends and longtime supporters of the channel, Too Cool 101 and Mo Nasty, for getting me this wonderful birthday gift showcasing my 6 favorite Pokemon from my favorite Pokemon game. Pokemon Gold was the first game that I played, and I think that this really nicely showcases the Pokemon types that I feel strongly identified with, that represent me. So I think those were really neat and really fun, and I appreciate those two for getting me the gift. I'm going to try and work that terrarium into a intro perhaps for some of my videos because I think it's super cool. I'm really into collectible stuff, and I think that's going to be something fun that I can incorporate into some of the content here. So thank you once again to Too Cool and Mo Nasty for that wonderful gift. And now to jump into some commentary for y'all, what I'm showcasing here is a team in the Ultra League Premier Cup. Almost said Remix Cup, but that's not running anymore. The Ultra League Premier Cup. And so I'm using the same 3 Pokemon, but after this first battle, I'm going to try a little bit of a different order. This particular set didn't have the kind of success that I wanted, but when I switched over to another order, this team did really well. And I think it's pretty spicy. So I've got Alolan Golem with shiny Heracross. That's right, we have the pink beetle coming in and doing some work here. I was really happy to get a shiny Heracross earlier this week with the Ultra Unlock event going on and the Space Distortion. And then, of course, I have Crobat, which is a fairly popular pick right now, but it is just newly kind of usable in Go Battle League because it got the new move set and then the poison type move buffs. So that's pretty great. I wanted to showcase this match first because I thought it was pretty fun. There were a lot of close calls here, so I'm going to have to throw this close combat to take out the Swampert, and that debuffs my Heracross, and we have a super effective Typhlosion coming in here. So I swap into my Golem to try and catch, and they throw a Solar Beam. So I have to take an Incinerate, and I thought that I was completely done for. But before the animation ends for the Incinerate, Heracross is able to get to that close combat. So with 1 HP and a Dream, we are able to finish off that Typhlosion with the Purple Beetle. So that's pretty fun. Okay, this is actually a positive lead here. If you saw the video that I uploaded a little bit earlier this week, you'll notice that Alolan Golem actually has a really good matchup there with the Metal Bird. So they're going to bring in their Grass Frog, and I have a Flyer ready to go. So this is, right now, it's looking pretty good. We've got Crobat, who's going to do super effective damage with those wing attacks, and every time we drop their defense, our wing attack is going to do even more damage. I have Shadow Ball equipped as a secondary move right now, but I'm thinking about doing Air Slash. It doesn't have, or whatever that flying type move is called that Crobat can learn. It doesn't have quite as much coverage as Shadow Ball, but it charges way faster, and in the case that I just need to do damage instead of debuffing, I'm thinking that might be a little more convenient. So if y'all have ideas for what I should do there, let me know in the comments. I would really love to hear back from you. Okay, so I'm coming back in with the Alolan Golem, shields are down, and I go for the move that I didn't think was going to drop my defense, and they let it go through, they block the Wild Charge, and we get to another Rock Blast. Shields were not down there, everybody has a shield left. Okay, so I come back in with the Sparkly Pink Beetle, and we are up against a Sludge Blob. the ever popular Sludge Blob. So I'm going to block that poison type move, and we're just going to farm down with counter. So that's going to be a good game. Like I said, this particular order for the players worked quite a bit better. So I stuck with this order, and the team has been working out pretty well. This is definitely a lost lead, so I'm going to have to switch out. I'm going to go into Crobat because what I hope is going to happen is that they're going to kick out of this matchup and switch into something else, and then I will be able to line up the Heracross with the Obstagoon up front. So they switch into a Snorlax. This is looking pretty good for Pink Beetle right now because at least two Pokemon are weak to fighting types, so counter is going to be doing lots and lots of damage here. I was afraid that the Snorlax was going to farm down, but it went for that body slam, so that was good. And I used a shield there because I thought I can KO the Snorlax, and I really thought that I would be forcing them to shield, but that's not actually what happened. So I lower the Swampert's defense, and then I come in with Alolan Golem. And the idea here is, you know, Golem is weak to pretty much everything on this team, so the idea is just to sack the Golem. The Hydro Cannon didn't KO, so I was like, okay, that seems good to me. And we'll just go ahead and throw this Wild Charge, so we were able to get a shield back. That was nice. The Obstagoon goes for Cross Chop. That's not great for the Obstagoon because Cross Chop is going to be resisted by Heracross's fighting typing. And I went for Megahorn there, even though it takes another tap or so to charge, because Megahorn does not debuff the Heracross. So unfortunately, they're going to get to another Hydro Cannon, which will do a lot of damage. Yeah. Okay, great, but we are able to survive it, and we get to that close combat, which should be clinching the game for us here. And they either rage quit or we hit a lot of lag, but that was a lot of just looking at Heracross go Super Saiyan there, which is perfectly fine by me, makes for a cool graphic. Probably going to screen cap that for the video banner. All right, so into the next battle, we have Golem versus Empoleon once again. And again, the way that we are supposed to play this out is shield once, build up to 2 wild charges, and either we win the matchup or we faint out the Empoleon. So that's ultimately what we want to do there. I made a mistake here. I should have come in with Crobat, because the air slashes were going to do super effective damage and it was going to charge faster. So I come in with Alolan Golem, and I really thought that they would shield. So I went for Rock Blast, whereas I probably should have gone for Wild Charge to just finish the thing off. And now I'm out of shields. They are up 1 shield, and I am stuck without any significant offense against this Empoleon. The best I can hope for at this point is to kind of air slash down, because if I build up to a Shadow Ball, they're definitely going to block. So they make a swap, catching this Poison Fang on their Shadow Venusaur. And in usual circumstances, the 4-winged Vampire Bat would easily be able to take out a Shadow Venusaur, but because we used our shields poorly and because I made some miscalculated moves there, we were not quite able to clinch that game. So, you know, it happens. Into the, what I think is the final match here, the 5th and final one, we have a lost lead, and I switch into the Heracross. Again, I was kind of hoping to catch a Cross Chop, yeah, which doesn't do all that much, and they come in with a Swampert. As you've probably noticed, Swampert is kind of hard for this team to handle. I don't have a really clear direct response to it, but we are able to do a fair amount of neutral damage with the Pokemon that are available on the team, so that's okay. I wanted to make sure that I got that last shield or faint out the Swampert, right? Either way is fine. So I double shielded so that I could force them to double shield and go for the close combat there. So this will be taking us out, but now we can come in with the Crobat, and they switch into a Shadow Electivire, which is pretty cool. Definitely don't see that all that often. So Alolan Golem is going to take neutral damage from those ice punches. It's going to do resisted damage with Volt Switch, but as you saw, the attack, you know, the Rock Blast, is going to do quite a bit of neutral damage because Electivire is super glassy. So Poison Fang took out the Electivire, and now it's going to take out the Shadow Machamp, and there's just a little bit of health left on this Swampert. We do have a fair amount of health on the Crobat, yeah, so it doesn't quite KO. I didn't know how much energy they had, but I just immediately went for that Poison Fang, and we are able to use Crobat to sweep all 3 Pokemon in the end, which was, you know, pretty fun. It was kind of funny that, you know, they saved energy on all of those Pokemon, and in the end, we were able to use Crobat, and just getting to that quick charging poison move, we were able to close things out. So I hope this game was fun for you, or watching this set of games. It's been really great for me to try out Alolan Golem for the first time because I built that this season. It was really fun for me to try out Heracross because I've never had access to Heracross before, and the shiny's pretty cool. So if you enjoyed this video about Pink Beetle, go ahead and give me a like. If you enjoyed the content, that would be really nice. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd love to have you here so that you can reply and comment and give me some feedback, and we can continue building our little Pokemon Go community together. I'll talk to you next time, trainers.